Right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. Let's quickly take a look at the JASMY price chart here. We are seeing that JASMY is down almost 6%, 7% on the day, along with the rest of the market. It's not really something that is specific to the JASMY price, so nothing too much to be worried about. We have to understand that we are in the most volatile market on planet Earth, and things like these happen every now and then. But what we want to understand is that, is there anything significant that we should be worried about here on the JASMY price? Let's just go ahead and show you what really are the things that I'm looking forward to here for the JASMY price. That we really have been talking big about the 50 daily moving average and how it was going to be affecting the price. But I want to begin here by giving a shout out to some guy named Mohammed Ali live stream yesterday, and he was really convinced that JASMY was going to drop to something like, and I was challenging him on that idea. He actually turned out to be right. So shout out to you. If you are watching this video, please drop me a comment. I got something for you. Let's quickly jump back to the daily time frame, and we are seeing that we are now trading once again below the 50 daily moving average. You know the story. I have been screaming on top of my voice that look, when JASMY is trending below the 50 daily moving average, it's not too good, but once you are above it and you have a nice successful backtest of the 50 daily moving average, you have a very strong chance to go ahead and perform a huge rally, right? It was also the same thing that was happening back then on the 10th of February 2024. We were breaking out of the 50 daily moving average, having a nice backtest, and then the price was going to the upside. Pretty much the same thing here. You touch it one more time after breaking it, and then you let go of the price. In the situation where we are today with JASMY, yes, we had a clear break above the 50 daily moving average, and I was saying to Patreon members that look, if we're going to be entering a trade with the JASMY price, we definitely needed to see the 50 daily moving average being successfully backtested here. It wasn't the case. Now, to be 100% honest with you, I did not wait for this confirmation, even though I was saying that we should be waiting for the confirmation, and I rushed into a trade before nothing was confirmed. And we also saw that, you know, we have been talking also about the RSI. I think if you're a regular on this channel, you hear me saying time and again that if we want to be seeing JASMY in a bullish stance, these are the two conditions that we have always needed. Number one, we are breaking above the 50 daily moving average, and then secondly, we want to be seeing the RSI on the daily time frame trading above 60. Now you can see that once we go to 60 here, we got a massive rejection. 60 again, rejection. So I really don't know why myself I was rushing into a trade when I already knew about those things. I guess it is another discipline lesson for me that I should actually be following on the things that I'm talking about. So those were the conditions that we were looking for here for JASMY. Now we are below the 50 daily moving average, and my stance right at this point is that I'm looking for support levels for a reversal on JASMY. I really don't have price targets to the downside, rather I'm only looking for support levels, right? So what really am I talking about here when I say support levels? First of all, we are saying that we have got this upward sloping support kind of a thing, where we are seeing the JASMY price set coming and being supported here as well, and this time around. But I have to say this though, I really don't attach too much importance in upward stopping or downward stopping resistance and support levels, because they usually get violated. So I really won't be considering that one as a very strong support. Rather, I will probably be referring to the horizontal support that we have, because these ones are much more respected right now. The problem with that is we've got a very wide range. So we've got a range beginning right around something like 2.5 cents, dropping all the way down to something like 2.2 cents, right? Now, if you go ahead and measure from the top of that range to the downside here, you're looking at a range of something like 13%. It's wide actually. Because of how wide this range is, I will not be taking any sort of action. Rather, I'm just sitting back on the sidelines and trying to see what the JASMY price is going to be doing next, right? So I'm monitoring the 50 daily moving average and our RSIs one more time. It really is that simple for the JASMY price set. Short-term wise, if you want to be capitalizing on the volatility of the market, remember we are doing this short-term trade so that we actually don't spend much more money in the market. Rather, we can be trading short-term wise, and then we'll be making more money, meaning that we can be able to now use those profits to buy more of JASMY, other different assets, but without actually putting more money into the market. So that's the strategy behind it. Otherwise, if you are not comfortable with the volatility, you could just sit back, right? Just buy JASMY once, hold it 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you really are gonna be fine, no problem. And speaking about long-term price targets here for JASMY, we are saying we've got JASMY on top here, and then we also have got the Velo price that down below here. Now take a look at these similarities. They are very much crazy, right? I mean, take a look at this structure, for example, where you see 1, 2, 3, this kind of sharp waves to the upside here. We are also seeing pretty much the same thing happening with the Velo price that, I mean, it's as if like the market maker just repeated the same kind of algorithm there. And then we are also seeing that right at the top here, we have got some kind of a double top there. I don't know if you are seeing it from your side, but for me, on a bigger screen, I'm seeing it very much clearly, which was almost the same thing that we were seeing here on the Velo price set as well. Some kind of a double top here before we head into this whole crash to the downside and have this prior to the thing bottoming out like this here. So let me go ahead and show you here, which I'm saying is almost the same thing as the JASMY price is dropping all the way down here, and then all of a sudden it starts rising, then it goes into its bottom. By the way, we're also seeing the same thing for the Velo price that heading into its bottom. Then we also had got this part here on the JASMY price that, but the price was really creaking to the downside and not setting a new low, happening obviously on a much longer time scale. But we're also seeing that here it was the same kind of structure that was happening here on Velo, and then we also headed into this range here. We had pretty much the same kind of a range here. Now the good thing is that the JASMY price that is following behind the Velo prices, so we have the advantage of looking at things in hindsight. And now we are saying that after this whole range has been settled here, we are looking for JASMY to continue in such a fashion that we are seeing here on the Velo price. That now it may not be looking like it's a huge move here for JASMY to exhibit something like that here, but should we go ahead and grab our Fibonacci retracement tools and try to see how high was Velo going, because they pretty much have the same structure, right? So we can as well try to map out what they're going to do in the future using the same kind of logic here. We were saying that the Velo price that was managing something like a 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. This is exactly where we come to JASMY and say that, look, should we just go ahead and apply the same basic concept that we have been using ever since I think late 2023? We are looking at JASMY going as high as something like 53 cents here just to touch the first Fibonacci extension level. And I think that this is something that is very much possible. Not only are we looking at this chart here, but we did the same things with the Ethereum price, that with the Cardano price, that with the BNB price, that with the NEO price, that with the SIA coin price, that with Verge coin price, that, and we were coming to the same conclusion that JASMY is actually very much bullish. The base case scenario here was something like a 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. The best case scenario was something like the 3.618 Fibonacci extension level. This is where the JASMY price would be taken to something like $1.20 or something like that. Now this was coming from the Ethereum price, that you can go ahead and actually do these things on your own. Just go ahead and compare the current JASMY price that here that you are seeing with what Cardano was doing with what in 2018, sorry, and what Ethereum was doing in the same period, what NEO coin was doing in that same period, what Verge coin was doing in that same period, what SIA coin was also doing in the same period, and what XRP was doing in 2014 or something like that. You actually just realize that we have the same thing happening time and again, because the market participants haven't changed and people are still having the same psychology. So I am very confident in my analysis of JASMY reaching something like 54 cents for this bull cycle. Then the base case scenario, if this market really turns out to be super bullish, maybe $1.20 would be the best price again that I'll be looking for here. Now looking at other market conditions here, I think that we are looking at Bitcoin and seeing that on a monthly time frame, each and every single time that we have been reversing heavily, we were seeing some shadows here on top of the candles, right? They're indicating that there was a lot of selling pressure here. We were seeing that back in something like 2018, we saw the same thing twice in 2021, and right at this point we don't have anything like that. And this leads me to believe that the market hasn't topped out just yet. And also, if we take a look at the total market cap of altcoins, we're realizing that we always have these accumulation phases. We break out, we chill out, we continue to the next level. We have got accumulation, we chill out, we break out, we continue to the next phase. And here we are looking at this bull flag here, indicating that we could see this market as high something like $2.5 trillion, even up to $3 trillion for the market cap of alt. Should that happen here, be rest assured that JASMY is going to be flaring really well in this kind of market conditions. So if you like this content, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me and helps my motivation. And then just remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I sell, right? I would have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.